Hey, Habibi, how are you today? I wanted to basically tell you something so powerful that you'll hear it and then you'll just think that this is the least powerful thing of all time. When in reality, trust me, it's one of the most powerful things of all time. Trust me, bro. Like when you hear this, you're gonna be like, "But man, that sounds like like a stupid idea. It doesn't even work." But in reality, it does. And I'll give you a certain meditation, whatever you want to call it. Don't even name it anything. I'll just give you something that you do. That as soon as you do it, you'll be like, "Wow, this is actually way too powerful. Way too powerful." So the thing is that, well, the entire idea is that when you do nothing, that's when you actually achieve everything. And it's not just you do nothing, it's that when you even want nothing, that's when you start achieving everything. By the way, I'm sitting in the bed. My beard is growing bad. I actually need to shave it. Not much light is on my face, but whatever. Because technically, even me right now, I'm doing nothing and I'm still delivering this message to you. So it's kind of like literally proof that somehow this message works because you're still watching. Why the heck are you still watching, bro? But anyway, before you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, and when you do this, you'll see exactly what I mean. You've gone through the entire day. You've done things. You've thought things. You've felt things. Before you go to sleep, go to the bed and just sit without a phone, without a laptop, just without anything, and just do nothing. I have to breathe. For me, I breathe manually because I do my nose like this and then I breathe. Sad life, right? But basically, what you're going to be doing is when you're in the bed and then you're doing nothing, what you're doing there is technically, think of it like you're having like a mini retirement. So every single day you're having like a mini retirement and then you're going to the bed and you're basically telling your brain, you're like, "Look, brain, whatever you want to think of right now, just do it. Look, my heart, whatever you want to feel right now, just do it." So you're talking to yourself internally. And then what you'll notice is that when you do this, more and more, when you keep having mini retirements every single day, so don't even work. Don't work, don't go on your phone, have no stimulation, just you sitting with your own thoughts. The first time I did this, I felt like I was mentally ill. Because I'm like, if someone's sitting on the outside right now and they see me just doing this, they're gonna be like, "What the heck, is this guy actually for real? He's not even on his phone, he's just sitting." And then what's so funny is that your brain is gonna start coming up with so many thoughts, and then you're just watching it. You're just watching it. Don't even close your eyes. You're just sitting in the room, you're watching your brain. You'll notice that your brain is always like playing like a certain type of tune, a certain type of music that you would never listen to. And your brain is constantly going through this, but you never notice it. And that, what I call, is doing nothing. Because you're literally doing nothing. But what if I told you, like, you doing that nothing is actually the most powerful thing that you could be doing? Because in that moment, you're just being. And then when you're in that state, what you're doing is that you're getting used to this feeling of just being, of not having to do anything and just letting the flow of whatever happen. Now, what happens is that the more you start doing this, the more that when you wake up in the morning, you'll be able to like know how this whole thing feels. Plus, when do you ever give your like your brain time to just give you all the thoughts? It's like, when your parents, right? If you have parents right now, which obviously I'm hoping you do, right? May Allah bless every parent. But if you have parents right now, and then if you're a teenager and then you go and sit next to your dad, if your dad, as soon as you go and sit next to him, is getting super angry at you, it's because you're not giving him enough time to talk to you. And by the way, I used to always tell my siblings this. I'm like, if your dad is getting mad at you, or like our dad, it's because you're not giving him time to just like vent out the things that he's having inside of them. So what you do, what you're supposed to be doing, your parents are constantly going through like the same thing you're going through, thoughts and feelings. And sometimes they start overthinking. But then when you're there, at least they're able to take out this overthinking on you, and then they start to realize they're like, oh, the whole time I was just overthinking. So then your parents, they start trusting you more, they start loving you more, they start just feeling like you actually care about them. But most of the time they get mad at you because you're never there. And then when you're never there, all these things, they start building up within them, and then when you are there in those little moments, they take all of it out. So even your parents go through this. So what I'm saying to you right now is that you never even give your brain, this opportunity to just sit down and just give you all the thoughts that it's been going through. Like your brain struggles at times, man. Even your heart struggles at times. So give it some time to literally, almost like when you're sitting with a friend and they're just venting out their issues. When you go to a therapist, imagine going to a therapist. You don't need to go to a therapist, man. You are your own therapist. Just give your brain some time to talk to you. For me, again, the first time I did this, my brain was just laughing, because I'm like, this is so funny. But some people, when they start doing this, they might start crying because they've been holding up so much. It's like you walk around the whole day holding up so much garbage. So you just got to give it some time to just calm, and then that's when those garbages are going to start coming out. So then if you start crying, if you start getting angry, it's okay, habibi, just go through the anger, whatever, go through the sadness, whatever, and enjoy it for what it is, which is just a nice little journey that you're going through. And then on the other side, almost always is just whatever you want to call it, happiness, whatever you want to call it. And then through this, when the more you start doing this, the more you're gonna learn how to do things and at the same time be nothing. So you're gonna be doing things, but like you're working on things, but on the inside you're actually empty. You're empty. And this answers your question for those of you that say, what do you mean when you say work through inspiration? It's like, how do I distinguish between inspiration that Allah gives me and thoughts that shaitan gives me? It's through this, man. You live your whole life with yourself and you don't even give yourself enough time to know yourself. Isn't that so sad? Like if you meet a friend, the more time you spend with them, the more you get to know them. But you're getting to know them because you're spending time with them. But the entire time, for you, you don't even get to spend time with the self that Allah has given you. So you don't even know who you are. If you don't know who you are, it's because you don't spend time with who you are. You don't spend time with yourself. So spend more time with yourself, man. And then you'll notice it's like, wow, this person Allah assigned to me, or whatever you want to say, this person, this self that Allah has given me, you start to understand it more. It's almost like yourself is like an inner child, is doing things because it's always been scared of things. And it's been like, for example, if you have certain fears within you, where did those fears come from? From the inner child, or whatever you want to call it. So this is almost like a process that you're healing the inner child. And then you also notice that yourself doesn't even trust Allah. It doesn't trust Allah. And it doesn't, like if you never spend time with someone, that someone is never going to trust you. That's why you got to spend time like doing this, because then yourself will start trusting Allah more. Not just trusting, you'll start almost like experiencing Allah. Because when you're just sitting by yourself, you'll reach a point where you'll start to feel the mercy of Allah all around you, because it's always been around you. Like a fish in the sea, imagine the fish in the sea getting thirsty. How is it going to get thirsty? It's within water. Even if water is salty, like in the river water. Like, you know what I mean? So even you, like, how are you going to start to get angry or sad when the mercy of Allah is all around you? And if that's happening to you, it's because you're not noticing the mercy of Allah all around you. So that's why I'm saying this exercise is so powerful. Just like, you can talk so much about it, but you'll only be able to experience the benefit when you do it, because the more you keep doing this, the more that so much will be revealed to you. So much, man. Like because so much is going to start being revealed to you, because you'll start putting attention on the different things that are always around you. Like, understand, even your eyes, habibi, they can only see within a certain frequency. Your ears can only see within a certain frequency, which means there is things that are higher than the frequency that you can see that are always around you, but you can't see them because your eyes can't see them. Or things that are always around you, but you can't hear them because your ears can't hear them. Which means that there's so much around you that you're oblivious of. And things only come into your life if you give them your attention. So then if you're not putting your attention on the good things around you, which is the mercy of Allah, Habibi, it's all around you. Allah even says that in the Quran, like the mercy of Allah encompasses everything. So if you're not putting your attention on it, technically it doesn't exist to you. If you don't put your attention on your nose that's right here, which you can see every single moment, like if there were no mirrors to show you, technically this nose doesn't exist to you. If you don't put your attention on things, technically those things don't exist to you. So then, the only reason why you don't feel the mercy of Allah in your life is because you're not putting your attention on it, and instead you're putting your attention on the things on the outside, like the dunya. And dunya is always going to bring you down, because by definition, it's the thing that's down. Yeah, see, I have to breathe manually. But yeah, do you get it? Do you get it? No, actually, do you get it? If you don't get it, just let me know in the comments. But if you don't get it as well, ask yourself, who's the one that's not getting it? And then go and do that thing I just told you, where you just sit down before bed and just let your brain do whatever it wants to do. And just watch it. That's all you're doing. Just watch it. Again, if you don't get it, go and do it. And then you'll notice, wait, there's someone that doesn't get it. And there's someone that's aware of the one that doesn't get it. Who is that someone that's aware? Hoping this was helpful, man. If it was, just let me know.